she saw that I swung the frame. She even more like attacked me. Even me was surprised. I thought she was going to run away. At that point, I was like, eh? You know, there's something about the headship.
Well, there's something called witchcraft.
Hey.
Yes, taking other people's position is witchcraft.
Recently, I went to speak in Ogun State. I went to speak on marriage. It was at a marriage conference and I went to speak. And I was talking to the pastors after the program. And I told one of the pastors there, I said, do you know that in marriage, most women, let me say, I'm speaking
For men.
For women, I'm speaking on behalf of women.
Okay.
They are not satisfied with their sex life.
Yes.
But they would rather not talk about it. Because they won't be labeled a prostitute. You also told me the story in the Redeemed Christian Church of God when an elderly man said, complained to the wife that,
yes.
Can you tell the story?
Okay.
That he wasn't
enjoying
the sex
styles. That this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And the woman took it to the superior. Not even the general. The superior. People that are superior.
So they called man out. There's something called calling out.
I said, what's that?
Elder, you're asking for styles.
Styles. It's just for you to, your wife lie down and you just, what's that?
And the man said, I want more than that.
You want to go to hell. You want to go to hell.
So what did they do to the elder?
What would they do? They will punish the elder. But the man said, I would rather go to hell. And began to jump on young ladies.
Wow.
Yes.
So that's how dangerous poor communication can be. When your spouse is saying something and you are not doing something
about it,
the person is giving you a feedback. You know, the first time you told me that I didn't do well, it broke my entire year.
Because I want us to last forever. So if that one...
So good communication makes you last a long time.
Yes. So I said, Oga, you are not getting into me. This is not me. You are not finding me.
Where did I go? And
find this babe.
And you know, then that
and you now asked me, okay, how do I? And I told you.
Now look at that communication again. Communication is asking questions.
Yes.
You don't assume that you are doing the right thing. You are doing well. When you are not Mr. Macaroni, you are doing well. And when you are not really doing well.
Doing well.
So, but after that time, go.
Oh, excellent.
Because
even you too, you enjoy now.
Talk for yourself.
No, you enjoy.
You taught me how to navigate.
Yes, now.
Awesome.
Because if I'm not enjoying it, you won't enjoy it.
It's true, and I thought I was enjoying it.
You won't.
But really, when we talked about it, so communication is about talking about everything.
Yes.
Let's look at okay.
Sorry, like I said, those people that I knew about, because the woman wasn't enjoying the sex from the love making. The man would just enjoy himself. The woman told me that she can forgive everything, but not that. Yes. He said, if it is my money, spend my money, I don't mind. But this one, so they divorce.
My God.
I'm telling you. Because the man will not listen. The man is a pastor, a church goer. He's everything. He just believes in righteousness. Sir, God made it. Sir, can we do it well?
Lack of good sex.
Yes.
And when we talk about good sex, it's not sex. It's love making. Can kill a marriage.
Yes.
Nagging, enko? Even the Bible talked about that one.
Yes, now.
It says it's better to live on a rooftop than to live with a nagging. A lot of people don't know that thing.
A nagging woman.
But the Bible says nagging woman. Does it mean that men don't nag?
Men do, but you see, any man that is nagging, they will know that he has yes. Because even for the Bible to say nagging woman, God created something in a woman that can trigger nagging, but not a man. When you say a man doing like this, I know a man like that. That's
why I'm laughing. That's why I'm laughing.
What kind of a person is this?
My God.
You are behaving like a woman. Any little thing like Ile olorogun lo ti wa ni.
Okay, so what's nagging?
Nagging is talking repeatedly. What we have already said, it is okay.
Okay,
You now
so
bring it back.
again,
You bring it back.
when you are not-
last week. What is it?
like one of my friends' mom would say, he said, well, watching BBC that day, and he said, àwọn BBC ilé ìròyìn lẹ́jọ́ pa.
Ẹjọ́ kẹjọ́.
He said, wọ́n ti rojọ́ ìlàrọ̀. You don't talk about this in the morning.
In fact, you know that even me, I don't like. I'll just take it away. That's nagging. Even TV nags.
So imagine a man or a woman that is like.
But you know why they will nag? Because the person that watch it in the morning might not be here there. So they can be exempt.
Their nagging is authentic.
Authentic.
Is permissible.
Yes.
It's permissive.
Like what we are doing now. It is 24 hours. Some people will come there in the morning. Some will come in the afternoon. So you can't call us naggers. We are communicating what should be learned.
Let's look at this one before we round up. Exposing the inadequacies of your spouse to parents or siblings. The inadequacies, the shortcomings of your wife.
You know, for me, I made up my mind, even before I got married, that I would never do this. Because I saw people that were doing it as we were growing up, how it was affecting their marriage. So I told myself, I won't go and report my husband, no matter what.
I remember then when me and you will have issues and Momsi will come and ask me what is going on.
Yes, you
what
will
do
say,
I tell them?
Did I call you? That's to your mom. And when she learnt that,
she stopped asking me, even when she sees us quarreling.
she will just zip up.
And I see a lot of men look at their wife and go and tell, their family that my wife is this, my wife is that. Then, and you know one thing, like a lady told me one time, she said in her family, they call her husband Akagom.
You can imagine that.
I said, who gave him that
She
presented the husband as Akagom. And I asked her, did you marry this guy to take care of your entire family?
I don't know.
I said, this guy bought you a car. The car, the family car, you use it.
Yes.
Built a house. And you still have the effrontery to call that kind of a person
Akagom.
And I told her something. I said, the reason why you must not expose the inadequacies of your spouse to your family members is that when you forgive,
they will not. They will not.
When he has made amends,
they will think
they will still call him Akagom. There's something I have also noticed, from my experience as a pastor, dealing with marriages, talking to couples, that is so common amongst our young people today. And that is spurning corrections and reprimand. It kills marriages. What do I mean by that? Always being defensive. Even when your mistakes are so obvious to everybody.
Do you know one of the things that causes that is pride?
Pride?
Yes, pride. And winning mentality.
The person took their own winning mentality to that level.
Yes, now. Èmi kọ́ ni mo jẹ̀bi, òun ló jẹ̀bi. They will now be looking for ẹni tó jẹ̀bi. As if there's a trophy for ẹni tó jẹ̀bi. For ẹni tó jẹ̀bi.
Wow.
They will turn their home to court of is it law?
Court of law.
Court of law.
And when we're growing up then, you remember that some kids within the community, they are known.
Yes.
You can't win them when there's an argument.
Yes.
So,
that's how it starts.
You see, that's all this face me, I face you. And the girl will come. And sometimes you will see those elderly women say, and this other person will be crying.
Just be calm.
And then when the person gets married, he or she takes that attitude into the marriage. Once there's a problem, you say, rojo. Anytime you see anybody saying that, you know that they have built up this defense system.
She'll be the one to go and, Pastor, move very new. Pastor, Mrs., move very new.
Okay, let's also look at gender war. This one, by gender war, I mean, there are a lot of women who are married. You understand? They say things like, me, I no go gree for any man. I no go gree make any man begin riding me anyhow. And you know one thing I've noticed? Married ladies hanging out with spinsters. And those spinsters start telling you that the reason why they are not married, it even happens for men too. like you see some men that grew up in homes where their mother molested their father.
Yes.
Their mother was not nice. So when they come into a marriage and they see those kind of traces in their wife, they will beat the woman to stupor. You see, because as they are looking at their wife, they are seeing their mother. So there's a way we look at our wife and we see the female version, either your sister or your mother, and the things you didn't like that you couldn't, do anything because probably of your age or anything. Now you are saying in my arena. So, and look at what you just said now. That lady came into that marriage with that kind of mentality, and it was possible that the person she got married to didn't know that, and help her.
Yes,
you understand, and help her. Let's look at uncontrolled anger. Because this has sent a lot of people to their early graves. I mean, spouses.
Yes.
A lot of people are in the prison today because of uncontrolled anger. I will never forget a story my dad told me. So when he was growing up as a young man, then he was living in Port Harcourt. My late dad told me that story. I will never forget. And he talked about how the compound where they were living in, there was this woman that would always come out almost every morning and abuse the man. And there was one particular style of abuse, like the Yorubas would say, Ebuara, Omanduyon. The man had this bad dentition, pointed teeth like this. And the woman would always say, which means your teeth look like the teeth of goats. And the man would just keep quiet and walk away. But on this particular day, obviously the man had it up to here, because sometimes there is nobody that can't get angry. But for some of us, we have been privileged that he has not been triggered. So these things can be triggered.
Yes.
Every one of us has the capacity to get angry. Every one of us has the capacity to be good. We have the capacity to be bad. You understand? But so this man's anger was triggered to the point that he couldn't control himself that day again. And he just moved close to the wife and gave the woman a punch. And my dad said right before everybody, the yard style now,
Yes.
where everybody gathers in the middle of the house. People saw that the woman was abusing the man. Everybody knew that.
Yes.
And the moment the man
That's the
punched
kind of
woman,
the
woman just went down.
Wow.
So when the woman went down, the man saw how the woman went down and turned to run away. So the people in the compound just grabbed the man and said, "Where you the wrong go? Make we carry him go." By the time they thought the woman, she was gone.
Oh my God. And
the man said something.
Hey.
When he discovered that woman had died,
oh my God.
He said, what does that mean? If say I know, make I do teeth like goats, they myself. Because he knew that anger was sending him to where he didn't plan. So uncontrolled anger doesn't just destroy marriages. It has killed life. So let's look at how do we control our anger when it is triggered.
Okay.
I didn't grow up as a violent person because I never saw such things around me. But I dated a girl then that I don't know whether she came from a violent home. She would always trigger me to the point, and I will never forget there was a particular day I took a frame that she bought for me. She just brought me the frame. In those days, all those love frames. I swung the frame, and when I swung the frame fell on the wall and scattered. Even me was surprised. I thought she was going to run away.
I've done something like that too.
Good. I thought she was going to run away. And when she saw that I swung the frame, she even more like attacked me.
The more.
At that point, I was like, So anger makes us lose our sense of reasoning. So how do you take your shirt and she doesn't want you to leave the home? I think what I would just say is, for your sake, not even for the sake of that person, because whatever happens might end up ruining your own life, not that person's life.
But some people don't mind. They say, "Kuku pami."
And that's why I'm saying that as the person is saying "Kuku pami,"
because
if you kill the person, you too will not be alive. For your sake. That's the thing I would say.
For your own sake.
For your own sake. Forgive for your own sake.
Yes.
Control your anger for your own sake. If you have children, for the sake of your children. Because I know a family that the man killed one of the children, one of their sons, because he was fighting the woman, the mom. He wanted to kill the mom, but the woman didn't come back as at when the man thought. So it was the boy that came back, and the man shot the boy because of one moment of madness. One moment. Because
I'm trying to get at you.
Okay, let's look at these two, and then we'll wrap up this conversation. Not understanding your role or your position, not taking responsibility in marriage. There's a lot of position war today.
There is.
The woman wants to be the man.
The
man wants to be the woman. I've seen cases where the man wants to be the woman. My wife has a good job. So that means my wife will always have a better job. Then the man takes the position of the wife. And say, my wife takes good care of me. Then the woman too is enjoying that position of being the head of the family. There's something about the headship.
Well, there's something called witchcraft.
Hey.
Yes, taking other people's position is witchcraft.
Let us know why it's witchcraft.
When someone is the leader, there's a certain respect for a leader.
That is accorded that person.
Yes. So the woman wants to be accorded that respect.
And you know that most of the wars going on in families is as a result of this.
Yes.
They are fighting. It has become like PDP, APC. Because for some people, the reason why they are trying to jump into somebody else's role is that number one, they don't know their own role. Number two, they are not comfortable with the role. What is the role of a man, according to the Bible?
They are our leader.
They are
the head of the home. They are the leader of the home.
What is the role of the woman?
The woman is to support, is to help the man's position, is to...
So like a vice.
So
if it's an organization now, the man is the MD.
Yes.
The woman is the
vice MD,
deputy
manager. So, and you cannot do what the CEO should do.
Wow.
You should know that. So if you don't do that at work, why are you coming home to do that?
Wow. No, but let me now also say this. The reason why some women bring it to the home front today is because they give them the role of leaders in the office. And they have so many men under them.
Yes.
And I think that is where we should make it clear. Your marriage is not your company.
Yes, sir.
There's a difference between your home and your office. Don't bring your role in the office home.
You are the MD in your office. You are not the MD
of your marriage.
As a woman.
You are the MD in your office. You are the deputy managing director.
Yes.
And don't ever think that the politics you played in the office can be brought home. That's a good one.
That's chaos.
That's a good one. Finally, not being sensitive to spiritual, emotional, and physical needs of your spouse. Sensitivity. That's the key word here. Not being sensitive. Somebody told me one day, he said, you have to learn. He was talking to me as a man. He said, you have to learn to hear what your wife is saying that she's not saying. Like Baba Suwe said, Baba Suwe was winking at a lady. Remember that late comedian?
Yes.
And the lady was like, Baba,
Shojundu.
You better be, you understand what I'm saying?
It happens a lot of times
in marriages.
Even to us. That at times we'll be in the office, in the church office, and I want to talk to you.
Wow.
And I will come. As soon as you look up, you know that, yes. As in, you will let me know that, do you want to see me? So, because you know that,
it's not normal.
Coming here.
And that's sensitivity, Abi.
Yes. So I said, no, I just came to
look
check
at what it says,
you.
Emotional needs. So there are times when you just want to be cuddled.
Yes.
There are times when, okay, for example now, you have emotional needs. And I'm telling you, let me lay hands on you and pray for you.
That's not what I need, sir. I don't need that, sir.
So how do we separate all this? That's where sensitivity comes in. Even for the woman, sometimes the man comes home.
Yes.
And the man wants emotion. The man is emotionally hungry. And the woman is bringing food. And the man is wondering, and sometimes the man doesn't want to say it.
Of course.
For me, there are times when I'm speaking and you are not listening to me.
I know.
That was when I realized that walking around naked means you want to have sex. But to the woman, it doesn't mean that. Because there was a particular day I was laying down. I was like, and I noticed that you just turned your back. I got so angry. So sensitivity
is very key.
How key is sensitivity as you round up?
Solomon said, I looked and I observed. Then there are some signs that you have seen over the time that the woman has put up or the man has put up, that you know that, oh, this is what my husband wants.
Okay, so how do you search out my own emotional needs? Let me ask you that question now, Sarah. How do you know when I need this thing?
At times I know, but I will ignore as if I don't
Why
want.
do you do that?
Because if I don't need, if I don't, it's just like
You defrauded me.
It's just like maybe you need food now, and I know you need food, and I'm tired. I can pretend as if I don't know you need food, even though I'm telling you, even though because it happens. But if you now speak it out, that will now ginger me and say, okay, so that I won't just go and.
I think for me, I've given myself sense because when I try to communicate to you and you don't catch it, I will just communicate by myself.
So
that's a wonderful one.
Because at times I want to escape. Let me see if it doesn't ask, so then I can go and sleep.
I will just extend my hand. Thank you very much for this wonderful conversation. Wow.
Ooh,
awesome conversation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you in the next episode, and God bless.